Avatar: The Last Airbender is my favorite story of all time. Not only is Avatar my favorite story, but it is one of the few stories that has withstood the test of time. It is just as good now as it was back then. It follows a 12-year-old boy named Aang. Now, Aang never wanted to be the Avatar, but was ultimately put in a position where he was the Avatar in a time period where the Avatar was needed more than ever. The entire world was being taken over by the Fire Nation. The Fire Nation was ruthless. They had even taken out his own people, leaving him the last of his kind. On top of all of that, everybody was telling him that he needed to end the Fire Lord's life. But before being the Avatar, Aang was just an air nomad. He followed air nomad philosophies and believed that all life was sacred. Aang ultimately ended up overcoming this dilemma by meeting with a lion turtle and mastering energy bending. But many fans believe that this was a cheap cop-out, as there really was no foreshadowing that this could have even happened. And Aang's no-kill thing kinda just came out of nowhere. So today, I'm putting on my detective glasses. I'm gonna be taking a closer look at this. Was this a good decision? Should Aang have ended Ozai? Or maybe was there another way the story could have ended? But before we get into all of that, I am incredibly close to 100,000 subs, so I am once again asking for your subscription. If we get to 100,000 subs by the end of next month, I'll do a massive giveaway to repay all of you. But anyways, back to the video. The argument for Aang killing Ozai is a simple one. The Avatar is obligated to serve the world, not your moral beliefs. If you are the Avatar, you have a great deal of power, but at the cost of the heavy burden that power holds. Now, Aang learns this lesson multiple times throughout the story. The first time Aang learns that the Avatar must kill when necessary was actually from Avatar Kyoshi. Kyoshi tells Aang the story of Chin the Conqueror. Chin was basically the Ozai of that time period, so it related to Aang a lot. Chin was expanding his army and taking different lands across the world. Kyoshi had to kill him to stop him, because there was no getting through to this guy, much like Ozai. She maintained order in the world and protected her people. This is exactly what Aang needed to do. This is what is expected of the Avatar. In season 3, when the comet is approaching, everybody is telling Aang that he needs to kill Ozai. Zuko says it, Sokka says it, Toph says it, and they even run through these simulations to try to help Aang, but he just couldn't do it. He couldn't even kill Melon Lord. Killing Ozai was against everything that he had learned prior in life. As the days got closer and closer to Sozin's comet, Aang was desperately looking for a solution. He eventually gets drawn to the lion turtle, where he calls upon all of his past lives. Roku explains how this entire war is because Sozin took advantage of his restraint, and Aang must finish what he had started. Kyoshi retells the Chin the Great story for like the 9th time. Krook tells Aang the story about his wife. He tells Aang that if he had been more attentive and active, he probably would have saved her, and Aang should do the same. With everybody telling him that he needs to kill the Fire Lord, he thinks of the only person who would understand what he's going through. So he calls Avatar Yang Chan, and now this one hits a little too hard. Yang Chan tells him that he can't be a regular air nomad anymore. He absolutely cannot detach himself from the world because his sole duty is to the world. Basically telling him, your ideals do not matter. You are the Avatar, and the duty of the Avatar is above any moral responsibilities. In a lot of fans' eyes, this should have been it. This should have been the catalyst for Aang killing Ozai. So what do we learn from all of this? And what would the story have gained from Aang killing Ozai? We learned that the Avatar is a heavy burden. To every Avatar before Aang, their values did not matter. You needed to sacrifice your own principles and the things you were taught for the betterment of the world. Aang's character arc would have been insanely different if he went down this path of killing Ozai. His actions throughout the comics would have been different. Zuko probably would have died in the promise. If Aang had gone down this path, things would have been much more R-rated. Some people would have wanted this, but it just isn't Avatar. Throughout all 3 seasons of Avatar, it's building up to this climax of how he's going to handle this moral and personal responsibility versus his obligations as the Avatar and to the world. They went the route of doing what no Avatar had done before, and Aang got to keep his morals. And you can't really blame them. Avatar is a kid's show. It's lighthearted. It's dramatic when it needs to be. It's the perfect balance that we all came to love. It's time for me to pick a side. Do I think Aang should have killed Ozai? Ozai, or do I think the ending was fine? My personal belief is that the ending was very sloppy. It was rushed. It was a bit anticlimactic. However, with Avatar being a kid's show and the themes that they had set up throughout the entire series, this was probably the best they could do. Also, a little off topic, but this thumbnail went so hard. The artist was amazing, and the person I commissioned has a webtoon. And if you like amazing art, it's gonna be linked in the description down below, and I would really appreciate if you checked it out and told them I sent you. But anyways, that's really all I gotta say on the matter. Let me know what you guys thought of the video and the ending in the comment section down below. If you liked the video, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, get me to that 100k subs, I would greatly appreciate it, and I'm out.